When you said that you work with a lot of, especially other women that may be facing the same thing, want to make changes, how satisfying is that for you? I'm assuming that reinforces your strength and your commitment in your journey.
Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely does, right? Because we can best help the people that we used to be, right? Or most impact the people that we used to be because so I have agents. I have women that
Mhm.
are, recovering from alcoholism or trauma or, you name it. And then, even in my coaching, right, with
Mhm.
agents, like that's one of the things that made me get really raw with where I've been in business because I just don't think that we are raw enough and we don't pull the curtain back in
Right.
its entirety
Yeah,
um,
I agree.
ever because of our egos. So I just it's so funny because I actually looked up when I was like, I think I might want to do a podcast. I was looking up and there's like a zillion behind the curtain, like the title of it.
Yes,
'Cause I was
yes,
like
right.
gonna do behind the curtain. I'm like, everybody's doing behind the curtain, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's important, right? Like that
It is.
it's so satisfying to me to be able to walk alongside people and help them get to the other side where I got to, right? And
Mhm.
then, it's just as important for me to have those people in my world that,
Yes,
on ahead of me, right? Because
right.
we've all got blind spots. We've all got, our areas of opportunity,
Mhm.
opportunities for growth.
Yes, we do.
Um,
We all do.
yeah.
And we make the choice. We make the choice to live with it and die with it, or we make the choice to live and thrive and grow and create what we truly desire. And I believe that's what you're a great example of doing that. I have one other question in this area, and then I want to jump back, way back to the beginning of the conversation with one other item. I love in the inner estate, which by the way, inner estate it's not behind the curtain, but really it's about the real estate of our mind. It's the inner, so it is in a
Yeah.
way indirectly about let's get into what actually is happening in our brains to make things work and and have change. Um, because you and I both know it all starts in mindset and choices that we
Yeah.
make for our own selves. We lead ourselves first. Um, the if someone out there is listening to this and they are struggling with any type of, I don't know if this is the right word. I'm not an expert, so excuse me if I say the wrong words. But if they're struggling with an addiction or something that's happening every day, whether it be alcohol or cigarettes or addiction to computers, like if they're just struggling with it and they're just sitting there saying, "Yeah, that worked for her, but it wouldn't work for me," or they don't even know the very first step to take. So if anyone is still with us and they're in that spot, could you give them one action step to take? Like, what is one thing they could do today to start creating change in their life?
Get honest. Get honest with yourself, right? Because it took me to get honest with myself first about where I actually was, and then get honest with someone else that you
Mhm.
trust, right? Because we're only as sick as our secrets. And
We're
so,
only as sick as our secrets.
yeah, yeah. So,
That is beautiful in its simplicity and truth. I don't know if that's a quote from you. I haven't heard it before, and I love it. Okay, all right. Say it one more time. We are
we're only
only
as sick as our
as
secrets.
sick as our secrets. Okay.
Yeah.
So get real with yourself and then get real with someone else that you trust. And
Yeah.
you could literally do that today. Get
Yeah.
honest with
You could reach
yourself
out to me.
and get honest with someone good.
I will drop everything.